toJack, Kieran, down here at, not sure where it is, somewhere in the hills between Bolton and Blackburn.
Yeah, it's Bolton, Edgeworth, but yeah, it's pretty much, it's pretty close to Darwin as well. It's kind of in the middle of everything, middle of nowhere, to be honest.
But a lovely little gym, mate, something that you've only just set up, ring only just arrived a few days, hence why it looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
But you've had everyone in here today. You had all different ages, from someone who must have been, what, in his 50s, was it? What was his name, man?
Kevin, yeah. I'm not sure how old he is.
Yeah, and then we had a little 6-year-old, 8-year-old, and and then after all the hard work is done, your kid turns up.
Yeah.
That's the way you're liking it, mate.
I do all the work behind the scenes, like John chills out and goes to America.
But what's your intentions with this place then?
What's sorry?
What's your intentions going forward? Because you've always coached, even when you've been, you've been professional a long time now. But you used to coach at your old gym, Newbury, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You've always coached. You coached at, was it round for round? Was it?
A few years, so it's went round for the last American Academy. Yeah. So I was there for about a year coaching, but like I said to you before, I was there from being about 12. So around 12 years ago, that's where I had my first sort of 5-6 fights.
And you ended up finishing your amateur career at elite with Jack then?
Yeah, pretty much followed the same path as Jack. I did a little bit at Newbury, but never actually competed. When I was about 12, took it a bit more serious, went to Kieran's gym, had about 6 fights there, and then had the rest of them at elite with Alex and Paul Worship.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I've been down there today. They're a fantastic gym. But your intentions is not just to do one-on-ones like you've been doing today, personals, but to set up an amateur gym out there.
Yeah, we want to get quite big with it, to be fair. Yeah, we want to have an amateur team. Obviously we've got the one-to-ones in, we've got the kids' classes in. Eventually Kieran has his professional coaching licence as well. Obviously I'm mainly focusing on my career at the minute for the,
Well, that's what we're down here, because you've got a big fight coming up. We're going to talk about it a bit, but just go on about this place a little bit longer. So how long have you actually been, has it had this place open then?
Well, there's a boxing gym. It's been since 2nd of January, so we're New Year out of the way.
So less than a month?
Yeah, less than a month, yeah. Pretty much just about a month now. And yeah, it's been a good 50 months. Yeah, we've had a few people.
And how did you come up with the idea for the name, Flatley Brothers?
It took a lot of thinking, that, didn't it?
It's a brilliant logo though.
Yeah.
Do you not think it's quite iconic?
It is. I was thinking this before. It reminds me of the colours are slightly different, but like Stewart in the crowd.
It just stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got it on the ring, you've got it everywhere, and I think it works well. Like, how are you finding it working together as brothers?
Yeah. It's been.
It's a sly look, then,
No, yeah. Sometimes it's the same with any brother. You can look at each other the wrong way and it can escalate. But it's good. I mean, you don't really want to work with anyone else. If you can choose to work with your brother, I mean, that's a good thing.
Well, I think it's one of those ambitions, isn't it?
I think we nipped this in the bud before we said, the boxing gym stays the boxing gym. Even before we opened this, our relationship with only recently, it's a lot work-based. We're always talking about different ideas, what we can do, what we can't. So yeah, we had that chat early on to keep that separate, work separate.
So you're excited for where you're going forward? It's like just a beginning, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's going to be, figuring out what works, what doesn't work. So I'm sure there'll be a change on the way.
And even though you've always been in one another's pockets, you've always done your own thing. Like you say, you worked at Round for Round, which is just round the corner. It's the old American gym, isn't it? Yeah. And you've done a lot of work there, coaching down there, as well as coaching at elite. You've always coached at elite. Like I say, you went back and started working at your own amateur gym, Newbury. Does it seem the right natural step for you?
Yeah, I mean that's obviously I've been boxing since I was 10-year-old and I'm 29 now, so getting on for 20 years in boxing. said a long time, and I'm only not even 30. But yeah, so I've always wanted my own place, my own gym, and you know, sometimes if I'm not over with Martin and St Helens, I'll train here sometimes on my own as well, and it's good just to be able to come in your own gym and, you know, do your own thing.
Listen, it looks a lovely little setup, and you can hear that behind us. They've got a nice heater in here blowing out, so it's not too cold because it's freezing outside, it's raining, it's miserable, and it's getting dark. But going on to your career now, because fantastic win last time out, was it November?
Yeah, 20.
It was a Robin Park, wasn't it?
Yeah,
where you beat the Valdez, well, I'm not going to get it right, Popolakis.
Yeah.
Good kid, fought on our shows many times, caused a couple of upsets as well. I remember he first came to my attention, he beat a kid called Joe Wood from Liverpool. He knocked him out in the second round, and Joe's a good kid. He's a dangerous man. But he used to be a welterweight, but he's only a young kid himself, and obviously he's grown, because when he got in the ring with you, I was really surprised, because he big, didn't he? He looked solid.
Yeah, he was a big enough guy, and he was solid enough, and I just think I got to him with what I'd been working on for a long time before that, and it, you know, it started to watch him fight.
Well, like I said, it was a fine win, because yes, we expected you to win, but we didn't expect a stoppage, hence why it was one of the fight of the years on our shows. You missed out to Brad Ray, who had a fine performance against another kid who we expected to win, but again, some of these men are silly tough, and they don't get stopped that often. The kid that you fought was one of them guys, you know.
He stopped three times in four.
Yeah. And he's a very ambitious kid. He always comes to win, and unfortunately on that night he wasn't good enough, and those body shots of yours, they were sweet, weren't they?
Yeah. First time I stopped someone with a body shot. Hopefully happen again.
But you're back at your normal venue. We're back at the White's Hotel in the Bolton Stadium. I don't know, I think it's called Tough Sheet, is it?
It's called the Tough Sheet Stadium.
Tough Sheet Stadium, it's one of my favourite places to work. It's a brilliant venue. And we've got a massive card on there. I think we've got 12 fights on there, being topped off by yourself against Ryan Amos. I think it's an eliminator for the Commonwealth title. So it's a great opportunity for you to get back to winning titles again, which is what you like doing.
Yeah. Bolton, that's where I won the English title, and I just, you know, I want to kind of like roll it back to then, and you know, putting the performances that I was doing then to win titles.
Do you feel this, because last time out was your first fight with your new coach, Martin Murray.
Yeah.
We spoke about it because Martin and Alex both used to train under Oliver Harrison, so it wasn't too big a change for you. But you've got a new good sparring partner. You've got Jack McGann, who I believe in a couple of days, hence why we're doing it so early, you're going off to America to help him finalise, I think the week after you, he fights for the British light middleweight title.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, so I'm going to America. I'm going to be there for like the best part of the month, so I mean, it's a sacrifice, but it's not, obviously it's a brilliant opportunity for me to be able to go there, but I mean, taking me out of my comfort zone, I'll just have a moment for being away from everything, even away from the gym I'm here now.
Just getting away from Kieran, it's good enough, isn't it? Are you looking after the ship here?
Yeah,
running it?
on my own,
You'll come back, this will be falling down by the time you come back.
You'll have much faith in me, really.
But yeah, a great opportunity for you, because, like I say, I don't know too much about Ryan Amos. I know his record, I think he's 12-1-1. His only defeat is to a kid that a lot of people are tipping to go a long way in Janae Boston. And then the other blemish on the record, which is a draw, was I think for the Central Area title against Carl Haywood, which he avenged in his next fight, and he beat him comfortably in the next fight on points. I think it was 97-92, and he got a point deducted for holding, so it must be 10 rounds to 2 really.
It's going to, it's definitely a good test, and just one that I've got to come through. I mean, I'm 27, 5 now as a pro, and I'm hoping I can start using my experience and just get a win.
Do you know something? We've spoken about it before, but you know, you've only been beat off 3 men, and those 3 men have all gone on to be, well, actually you had a draw, haven't you? And the 3 men that beat you have all ended up being British champions.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's been a European champion and 3 British champions.
Yeah,
I've got pictures over you.
I've never been beat off anyone who's not minimum British champion, it's a European champion.
So this kid is coming with great ambition because you're a lucky charm for people. Because if they beat you, then they can go on to win bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Feel you've had, because that was quite quick when you got out last time. So you've had longer to work with Martin, and obviously you go finishing camp over there. Jack McGann's really moving fast now. He's beginning to stop near everyone he was getting in with now. So do you find that you're coming on? Is he dragging you along and vice versa?
Yeah, I mean, it's just good for being in the same environment as me. I mean, he's fighting for the British title. I want to win this fight, I want to fight for the Commonwealth title, and that's what you want to be. You're not surrounding yourself with people like that who are hungry for the best, really. I mean, they all lose up on each other. I feel like I'm like that as a trainer anyway. So I mean, I suppose it's good to train alongside me in a way, because I want the best out myself. So. And
is this place not affecting that training? Have you managed to fit it in so
yeah,
you can do both simultaneously?
Yeah, it's just the same as I've always done, really. And I mean, I love boxing, so I mean, what else would I be doing that day? It's at home, looking after my dogs.
It's infectious, this though. Did you always love boxing, or did you follow him into boxing because of him?
Look, a bit of both. I mean, I was a really fat kid. Everyone's dinner. I didn't go for seconds. I went for thirds at dinner time, and I did a little bit. I was always around it doing the pads with Jack and whatever else. And my granddad would take us. Went to Newbury, but when I took it, I remember going to gloves when Tommy battled her, and I loved it. I mean, Tommy was quite a strict coach, and I kind of liked that. Yeah, he still is, and it made me enjoy it. And we were sparring every day, and I was an angry kid, so it was to spar 5-6 days a week, which is unheard of now. I got beat up a lot as well. Beating people, getting beat up, I loved it, and it rubbed off on me, and I kind of followed Jack, where Jack went from her. Both went from her to elite.
I know you have a full-time job, you work with the youth, don't you?
Yeah.
But didn't you go to university and study, was it sports media, was it something like that?
Sports development, yes. I went to Sheffield Hallam, jumped out my second year, did a few odd things between that, and then about 2 years ago I started at a place called Salford Foundation, so we went to people who are basically getting involved with gangs, things like that. So yeah, big shout out to.
Is this something that you can bring to your other job as well? Like, go to the, set up somewhere where you can teach them the discipline that boxing can bring to you?
Yeah, I mean, I was just tell them.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I did that when I was at Newbury. I did it when I was at other gyms as well. So that's a plan moving forward. Is, some of the kids who I work with, or people I work with, the kids they work with. Bring them here, bring them to our gym, doing it here as well.
So they can work hand in hand then?
Yeah, of course, and I can, be balancing well. I can manage them both, and I'm very.
Say so rude, isn't it?
It is,
so rude,
it is.
Isn't it? Not very
I only get 30
it?
seconds of her time. When I do, it disappears, doesn't it?
So actually, this is a perfect marriage then, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, listen, I'm going to won't talk to you much. You're going on finishing camp. You come back a week before the fight day. Hopefully we'll try and catch up with you then. We may try and sort out a little head-to-head because it's a big fight for us. It's topping the bill at Bolton, and it's one that you must win to get back to where you want to be, which is, like I said, winning titles. And hopefully we'll display some flourish, and maybe before the end of the year you can be can have your own little amateurs out there. I can be filming your amateur shows.
That's the plan. By summertime, we want an amateur team. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna.
Might even have a couple of draws on Steve's shows.
Yeah, well, you never know, do you? It's a plan, isn't it? It's a dream, isn't it? And wouldn't it be brilliant if those are kids that box amateur for you? You know, you bring them all the way through the right track way.
Yeah, that's the aim. That's the aim.
So once you pick up those new titles and you decide to hang up the belt, whenever that will be, you hang up your gloves, as you say, whenever that is, then that's the next dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bringing these young kids through. Maybe one of those young kids I see you with today.
Yeah.
Enjoy that?
Yeah.
What's Jack? Is he good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you coming to watch him on the 9th, on the 2nd?
Yeah.
What's your nickname?
One crack Jack.
One crack Jack. See you later, mate. And on the 2nd, isn't it? 2nd. Will that be win number 23?
I have that for your last.
Or 22? Might be win number
22, yeah, 2075, yeah.
Yeah. Right, well, good luck for them. Kieran, good luck with this place. See you later. Take care.
Thanks,
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.